We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates stop football from happening at FedEx Field. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Geis, the ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run with Geis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch. Hey, watch that. Watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, one. Mike's 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Mike's 50.
On the ground, it's Geis. 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Marvin Hall returning it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Marvin Hall on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now Dorsett. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
37-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Two veterans there, Wilson to Olsen, for a Seattle 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again, Wilson. He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st down, Seattle.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Going quickly out wide to Moore. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Wilson will throw again. He'll find Metcalf. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. But forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Seattle.
It's their quarterback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Dorsett. And some room to work. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Philip Dorsett, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Hey, watch the slant. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Right it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. Hey, we got 3 down. 3 down.
To throw again. Haskins. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. I got it. Mike 54.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And Latimer's got it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now a run with Geis. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On the double. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Check. Whip. Watch the whip.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
And 13.
Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now?
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. you got? Shift, shift.
Here's Haskins. Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack.
Formation for Washington.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Returnable for Lockett. Gets past one man. And here now is spin. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now Wilson on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Dorsett. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 11 yards on the pickup, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They go play action now. Wilson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
25 yards.
And they hand it off to Dorsett. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A gain of 3, second down.
49-yard line.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson, he's going to look deep for more. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. David Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Running to start the drive is Love. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Down at the 20.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Geis trying to get to the outside. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Marquise Blair.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Haskins. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
We own it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got you, boy.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Watch the safety creep.
This is Geis. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
The line of scrimmage. No gain.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Snap comes at 1. Now Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. The 20. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead,
and he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Haskins will throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the out. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
Throwing again. Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Washington. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Defense wins championships, baby.
From midfield now, Haskins able to find his running back, Geis. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a toss. This is Geis. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
On the ground, Geis. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Mike's 50.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies.
50's the Mike. 50's the Mike.
Here's Haskins to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Seth DeValve, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
First down, Seattle.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
19.
Hey! Look left. Mike, 56. Here we go again. 56. Mike, 56 right there.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. To throw again on second down. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Seahawks 35, Washington 13. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And down inside the 10, they finally stop him. But what a return. It'll be 1st and goal.
And goal at the Seahawks 9-yard line.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Now Haskins to throw it. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Set to valve in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Now it's Haskins. The quick slant caught. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short. So they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime.
19.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 58, right over there,
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Marvin Hall on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Montez Sweat showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
3rd down. 3rd and 6.
On the give, this is Dorsett. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Now 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54.
They go play action with Haskins. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let this one go for Latimer. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 39 yards there, a big one. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
Gain of 42 yards on the play.
Now it's Wilson. Well, make that now. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
The kickoff for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike 50, Mike 50. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Now Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Not here. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Okay, just like that. Just like that.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. I got him.
Zoom, zoom. 59, Mike. 59, Mike. Check, check. 59. I'm here.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Open man is Antonio Gandy Golden. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
1st and 10.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 24. Back to throw. Haskins. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
15.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Check. 40. Watch them up. 29. Mike, check. 59. 59. Here I come.
Haskins going to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Seth DeValve. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10.
14.
Here's Wilson to throw. Buying time to his left. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. On first down, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
At the 19-yard line.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Wilson will throw again. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
It's third down and 12.
Again, Wilson going for it all. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And this offense continues to pour it on. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point up and through by Myers, and that will extend this big lead.
25. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it's going to be second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, They've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Hey, one set.
Throwing again. Haskins. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Take over.
And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Yo, 14.
You don't want
Tempo.
This time, Wilson will throw. Dancing to his left. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. A quick toss outright, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The extra point now coming from Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Seahawks 63. Washington 25. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Michael Dixon to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. In your face.
From the 24, Haskins. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
It's going to be a long day.
On first down, this is Geis. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner, in to bring him down.
6-yard line.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down.
Watch the slants. Watch the slant.
59 Mike. 59 Mike.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. On the crossing route, complete. That's right. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Mike 54.
Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
54, right there. 54 Mike. 54 Mike.
From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. His pass caught at the 4. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Mike 59.
They'll try to run this one in. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Hey, let's get some penetration here.
On 2nd and goal, Haskins to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was set DeValve, but now it's 3rd and goal. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball, So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for him. Offense, he'll get a little bit of praise.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Haskins will throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on third down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Touchdown.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fields this way up at the 17. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Haskins to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Haskins. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what